Have you ever wondered why your body sometimes goes on strike for seemingly no reason? Why you feel pain, exhaustion, discomfort, and yet can't find a medical explanation for it? If you are here today, then it is no coincidence. The universe has brought you to this point to reveal a truth that lies deep within you. Because what if I told you that in many cases your body is just the tool, and your mind is the real mastermind behind your ailments? The connection between mind and body is invisible, yet incredibly powerful. It influences you every day, in every moment, without you perhaps realizing it. Your body is not just a physical vessel, it is also the mirror of your inner state. Thoughts that circle in your mind, emotions that you may be unconsciously suppressing, all of this manifests in a very real way in your body. This invisible connection is so deep that the body often carries the burden of the emotional and mental processes that are going on in secret. Maybe you've wondered why your back hurts, why you're constantly exhausted, or why you're plagued by headaches. And perhaps you have believed that these symptoms are purely physical in nature. But the body has its own language. It shows you when something inside you is out of balance. For example, if you harbor negative thoughts for a long time or carry anxiety with you, this has an effect on your body. The pain in your back might not just be due to tension, it might be carrying the weight of your unresolved inner conflicts. Medicine has taught us to look at physical symptoms in isolation. We look for physical causes and often only treat what we can see. But in many cases, the body shows us something that goes far beyond the physical. You cannot separate your mind from your body. They are in constant interaction, like yin and yang, inextricably linked. In the next chapter, we'll dive deeper into the silent sabotage that comes from your own thoughts. Let's explore how negative beliefs and convictions can secretly influence your body and cause long-term harm. Thousands of thoughts play out in your mind every day, and most of them run in the background without you consciously realizing it. Thoughts about your abilities, about the world around you, and, especially, about yourself. It is often these unconscious, negative thoughts that have the greatest influence on your body. They act like invisible threads that subtly but steadily undermine your health. Negative beliefs are often deeply ingrained and manifest themselves in recurring thoughts such as, "I'm not good enough, I don't deserve to be happy or healthy, or I have no control over my life." These thoughts are not just mental phenomena, they send messages to your body that it receives like commands. Your mind creates reality, and if you feed it with negative beliefs, this is reflected in your physical state. An example, imagine you believe that you don't deserve to feel good. This thought, even if it lingers in the background of your consciousness, sends signals to your body. Your posture might change, your energy might drop, and you might experience more pain or tension. This is not because your body is weak, but because your mind is influencing it in a way that keeps it in a state of imbalance. In the long term, these beliefs weaken your natural ability to heal and recover. Even if you don't immediately associate physical symptoms with your mental state, they often show the result of long-standing negative thought patterns. Headaches, insomnia, chronic pain, all of these can be an expression of what's going on inside you. Your mind is unconsciously sabotaging your health by keeping your body in constant tension because it can't rest. Negative thoughts keep activating your stress system, which leads to a constant release of stress hormones such as cortisol. These hormones not only affect your immune system, but also weaken your heart, digestion, and even your ability to recover in the long term. It's a silent sabotage that isn't immediately visible, but becomes more and more obvious over time. The longer you carry negative thought patterns with you, the more they manifest themselves on a physical level. But there is a way out. By becoming aware of these thoughts and recognizing and changing them through mindful work with yourself, you can break the harmful cycle. The first step is to become aware of your inner dialogue. Observe what you think about yourself, especially in moments of discomfort or stress. As soon as you notice a negative thought coming up, try not to suppress it, but question it. Where does it come from? Is it really true? You often expose these thoughts as unconscious patterns that have no real connection to the present, but are based on old experiences and beliefs. In the next chapter, we will look at the direct physical effects of chronic stress and anxiety on your body. You will see how these unconscious mental states can not only affect your emotional well-being, but also undermine your physical health in very real ways. Your mind is constantly on the move. Thoughts come and go, sometimes calm and orderly, but often in an endless stream of worry, uncertainty, and anxiety. These mental states may be invisible, but the effects are anything but insignificant. Stress and anxiety are some of the most powerful forces affecting your body, often in a destructive way. Stress is a natural reaction of the body that is essential for survival in acutely dangerous situations. But in this day and age, we are rarely surrounded by immediate threats. Instead, stress is often caused by everyday challenges, professional pressure, financial worries, or social conflicts. What used to be a short-term survival mechanism has now become a permanent condition. And this chronic stress not only puts a massive strain on your mind, but also on your body. Your body reacts to stress by releasing stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones prepare your body for a fight or flight response, your heartbeat speeds up, your breathing quickens and your blood pressure rises. This is helpful if you need to escape an immediate threat, but if this state continues for weeks, months or even years, your body becomes overloaded. Organs such as your heart, digestion and immune system are affected by the constant activation of these stress hormones. Anxiety behaves in a similar way. It is often a mental reaction to imaginary threats or future uncertainties. Although the danger may not exist in reality, your body treats the fear as if it were real. The body's reaction to fear is similar to the reaction to physical stress. Your body prepares itself to deal with the perceived threat. However, this constant state of alert weakens you in the long term and unbalances your immune system. Chronic stress and constant anxiety lead to physical symptoms that we often only perceive as physical complaints. Headaches, neck and back pain, stomach problems and palpitations are often the first signs that your body is suffering from the strain of stress and anxiety. In the long term, this constant state of alert can lead to serious health problems, cardiovascular disease, digestive problems, and a weakened immune system that makes you more susceptible to infections. It's not just acute stress that's dangerous. Even if you don't feel constantly stressed or anxious, unconscious, chronic stress can run in the background. Your mind can linger in a state of constant worry or uncertainty without you realizing it. These subtle but continuous inner tensions are just as harmful as overt stress. They keep your body in a state of constant tension, which leads to chronic health problems in the long run. But there are ways to break this cycle. The first step is to become aware of when and why stress and anxiety occur in your life. Once you become aware of the triggers, you can begin to develop strategies to manage stress. Mindfulness, meditation and breathing exercises can help you to relax and bring your body into a state of calm and healing. Consciously working with your thoughts, recognizing and letting go of fears, can also reduce the impact of stress on your body. In the next chapter, we will look at another crucial factor: suppressed emotions. These unresolved emotional tensions are a major contributor to how your body reacts to mental stress and anxiety, often in ways you don't realize until it's too late. Emotions are powerful forces that operate deep within us. They come and go, often unexpectedly and with intense force. However, not every emotion we feel is consciously processed. Many of us tend to repress unpleasant or painful feelings, be it anger, sadness, fear, or guilt. However, these emotions do not simply disappear when they are suppressed. They find other ways to express themselves, and often this happens through our bodies. Repressed emotions are like an invisible burden that you carry around with you. They can build up over time and lead to physical symptoms that seem to appear out of nowhere. You may have experienced a sudden onset of back pain or tension without knowing why. Or that you often suffer from headaches, even though there is no obvious physical reason. This could be an indication that your body is trying to communicate with you. It is showing you what you are suppressing on an emotional level. A classic example is anger. Anger is a strong emotion that is often perceived as inappropriate or destructive. Many of us learn early on to suppress anger because it is considered inappropriate in society. But this suppressed anger doesn't stay trapped inside you. It finds its way out in the form of physical complaints such as tension, increased tension, or even stomach problems. The body carries the burden of anger that you have not consciously processed. Another example is grief. When we don't fully process losses or disappointments, this grief can manifest itself in the form of chronic fatigue or a feeling of heaviness in the body. You may feel it in your muscles, in your breathing, or as a general weakness. The body carries the weight of your unexpressed and unrecognized grief. Fear also plays a big role. If you suppress deep-seated fears or insecurities, your body may be on constant alert. You may feel this as an increased heart rate, tension in your jaw, or frequent nervousness. Your mind may have learned to suppress these fears, but your body remembers them and reacts as if the threat is still real. The repressed emotions act like an internal pressure that affects your body until you address them. They want to be recognized and felt so that they can dissolve. However, we often shy away from this because it is uncomfortable to allow these emotions to be recognized. It feels safer to push them away, but in the long term this leads to physical symptoms that signal to us that something is wrong. The solution is to give the suppressed emotions space. Meditation, journaling, or just consciously feeling the emotions can help you to alleviate the burden your body is carrying for you. When you learn to live through your emotions instead of repressing them, you free your body from the task of shouldering this burden. It is an act of self-healing that affects both your emotional and physical well-being. In the next chapter, we will delve deeper into the world of psychosomatic disorders. These are physical ailments that are caused by the mind and not by physical causes. You will see how much the mind can trick the body and how important it is to take your body's signals seriously. Your body is a complex system that reacts to every thought, every emotion, and every unconscious feeling. But sometimes the mind plays tricks on us. Psychosomatic disorders are a striking example of how the mind can outwit the body and cause complaints that have no physical cause. These disorders are not imaginary, but real, often distressing symptoms that arise from a person's inner emotional and mental state. Psychosomatic disorders occur when emotional conflicts, suppressed fears, or unresolved mental problems express themselves through the body. Your body speaks its own language, and if you fail to resolve your inner conflicts on a conscious level, it takes on the role of translator. What you fail to process, what you repress or ignore, eventually finds expression in physical symptoms. However, these symptoms often defy medical explanation, which makes diagnosis and treatment even more difficult. A classic example of a psychosomatic disorder is irritable bowel syndrome. Many people suffer from irregular bowel complaints that have no organic origin. Stress, anxiety, and emotional strain influence the autonomic nervous system and have a direct effect on the digestive tract. The so-called abdominal brain, which is closely linked to our emotional state, reacts sensitively to inner unrest and tension. The result, stomach and intestinal problems without a physical cause being found. Another example is chronic pain that has no clear physical cause. People who suffer from psychosomatic pain often experience unexplained pain in muscles, joints, or even in the head. This pain is real, but it results from unresolved emotional tensions and not from physical damage. It is as if the body invents these pains to alert you to inner conflicts. It is often feelings such as suppressed anger, fear, or even deep sadness that manifest themselves in such pain. Skin conditions such as eczema or chronic itching can also have psychosomatic causes. Emotional stress, especially that associated with a feeling of insecurity or being at the mercy of others, can manifest itself in the skin, the organ that connects us most with the outside world. If you feel internally vulnerable or threatened, this condition can manifest itself in the form of skin irritations, which are often difficult to treat unless the underlying emotional conflicts are resolved. Psychosomatic disorders are your mind's attempt to alert you to unresolved issues. Your body acts as a mouthpiece that shows you what you don't want to recognize on a mental or emotional level. These complaints are a warning signal that you are in conflict with yourself on a deeper level. But instead of treating them as purely physical problems, it is important to look inwards and recognize that the solution lies on a different level. There are ways to heal these psychosomatic disorders, but the key lies not only in medical treatment, but in working with your mind and emotions. Psychotherapy, meditation, and techniques such as bodywork can help you to recognize the origin of these complaints and resolve the inner conflicts that manifest themselves in your body. Only when you become aware of the inner tensions behind the physical symptoms can you experience real healing. In the next chapter, we will look at the power of the subconscious mind and how deeply rooted beliefs and convictions influence your body without you consciously realizing it. Our mind is like a huge ocean. On the surface are the thoughts that we consciously perceive, but beneath the surface lies a much greater, deeper force, the subconscious. This subconscious mind controls the majority of our actions, reactions, and, what many people don't realize, our health. It is often deeply rooted beliefs and convictions that unconsciously influence our body and shape our physical well-being in the long term. The subconscious is a storehouse of all the experiences, beliefs, and convictions that we have accumulated over the course of our lives. Many of these beliefs were formed during childhood and continue to shape us today without us even realizing it. They form the basis of how we perceive ourselves, our health, and our lives. And even if you consciously think that you want to be healthy or that you deserve to feel good, the subconscious mind sometimes works against you. An example of an unconscious belief could be, "I am not worthy of being healthy." This sentence may not consciously run through your mind, but it could be deeply anchored in your subconscious, perhaps through early experiences or the behavior of people around you. Your subconscious carries this belief with it, and even if you consciously strive for health, this belief sabotages your efforts. Your body is affected by the energy of this subconscious pattern, and you may experience chronic illness, recurring discomfort, or a general weakness, without understanding why. Beliefs such as life is hard and full of struggle can also have a direct impact on your body. If you unconsciously believe that life is a constant struggle, your body will remain in a state of constant tension and defensiveness. This physical tension caused by the subconscious belief can lead to exhaustion, tension, and a weakened immune system in the long run. The subconscious also influences how you react to healing processes. For example, if you subconsciously believe that you don't deserve to be healthy, medical treatments or healing methods may be less effective for you. Your mind unconsciously works against the healing process, and your body follows these inner beliefs. The key point is that these unconscious beliefs are not easy to recognize. They lie hidden deep in your subconscious, and it often takes time and conscious reflection to bring them to light. However, the first step to change is realizing that these beliefs exist and can have a massive impact on your health. One way to recognize these unconscious beliefs is to work with inner dialogue. You can become aware of how you think about your health, your body, and your life. Observe the words you say to yourself and pay attention to recurring patterns. Meditation and visualization exercises can also help to uncover deeper beliefs and change them step by step. The key to change lies in programming the subconscious mind with new, positive beliefs. By consciously working with affirmations and mindful reflection, you can gradually replace old, destructive beliefs. By realigning your subconscious mind, your body will begin to follow the new beliefs. Your healing process will be supported and you will see your physical well-being improve. In the next chapter, we will look at practical ways to transform these unconscious patterns through mindfulness, meditation, and conscious reflection and bring your mind and body back into alignment. Having recognized the deep connections between mind and body and the invisible power of the subconscious mind, the question arises, how can we harness this power to promote healing and balance? The answer lies in a conscious and mindful approach to ourselves. Awareness and mindfulness are the keys to recognizing the negative thought patterns and beliefs that sabotage your body and changing them step by step. Mindfulness means living in the present moment and consciously recognizing your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations without judging them. It allows you to distance yourself from the automated reactions that often result from unconscious patterns. When you are mindful, you recognize when stress, anxiety, or negative thoughts are weighing on your system before they manifest themselves in physical complaints. One example of this is consciously observing your thoughts. We are often so absorbed in our daily lives that we don't notice the mental loops that repeat themselves, thoughts such as "I can't do this, I'm not good enough, I'll never be healthy." These unconscious thought cycles keep us trapped and have a direct impact on the body. If you learn to recognize these thoughts as they arise through mindfulness techniques, you can begin to question them and consciously change them. Meditation is one of the most powerful tools for cultivating this mindfulness. It allows you to immerse yourself in the stillness of your mind and recognize the underlying patterns that otherwise go unnoticed. Through regular meditation practice, you can deepen your contact with your body and mind. You can sense early on when negative emotions build up or when your body remains in a state of tension. Meditation brings you back to a state of calm and balance in which your body can heal. A simple but effective meditation practice that you can integrate into your everyday life is breathing meditation. Sit in a quiet room, close your eyes and focus your attention on your breath. Observe how the breath flows in and out of your body without controlling it. This simple exercise helps you to get off the constant carousel of thoughts and calm your mind. If you notice that thoughts or emotions arise during meditation, simply let them pass without pursuing them. This practice not only strengthens your mindfulness, but also promotes the regeneration of your body by reducing stress. Another technique you can use is journaling. Regularly write down the thoughts and emotions that arise within you, especially in stressful moments. By writing down your inner dialogues, you will recognize patterns that you may not have been aware of before. The written word brings clarity and helps you to analyze the thoughts that influence your body. Journaling is a form of self-reflection that enables you to gain deeper insights into your inner processes and transform them. Body awareness exercises such as yoga or tai chi are also wonderful ways to strengthen the connection between mind and body. These movement practices bring you into harmony with your physical body while paying attention to your breath and thoughts. By consciously connecting movement, breath, and mind, you find your way back to inner peace and serenity, which also has a positive effect on your body. The path to healing therefore begins in the mind, through awareness and mindfulness. By becoming aware of your thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations, you can break negative patterns and improve your physical well-being. It is a process of self-discovery that requires patience, but it will lead you to a deep inner balance. In the final chapter, we will summarize how you can promote long-term health and well-being through the conscious integration of mind and body. Now that we have delved deep into the world of mind-body connection, it becomes clear that the greatest power to heal lies within yourself. Your body, which is often perceived as an independent, purely physical entity, is actually the echo of your mental and emotional states. Every emotion, every thought, and every belief leaves its mark on your physical self. The responsibility for your health lies not only in external factors, but in the conscious care of your inner state. Healing begins with recognizing and accepting the role of your mind in dealing with your body. Your body is like a compass that shows you the way to your inner conflicts and unconscious patterns through its symptoms. Pain, chronic complaints, and unexplained symptoms are often your body's call for attention, an indication that something is out of balance on an emotional or mental level. Ignoring these signals leads to a long-term disconnect between your physical and spiritual self. True healing begins when you are willing to listen to these signals and take conscious action. Integrating mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection into your daily life is a powerful way to restore harmony between mind and body. When you meditate regularly and become aware of your thoughts and feelings, you begin to break the patterns that have been sabotaging your body. You recognize the negative beliefs that are holding you back and can replace them with conscious action. Your health will improve because your mind and body are working in harmony instead of against each other. It is also important to understand the healing power of self-acceptance. We often fight against ourselves, wanting to be perfect, without flaws or weaknesses. But this constant inner struggle causes tension that inevitably manifests in our bodies. Accept that you are human, with all your strengths and weaknesses, light and dark sides. This self-acceptance is the key to releasing the burden of inner conflicts that weigh down your body. Don't forget that this process takes time. The journey to healing is not a linear, quick fix, but a deep, slow unfolding. With every step you take towards self-awareness and mindfulness, you dissolve old blockages and promote your inner balance. Give yourself the time and patience to go through this process at your own pace. You are not a victim of your body, you are the creator of your physical and mental well-being. Once you accept this responsibility, a new world of possibilities will open up. By consciously working with your mind, you can guide your body into a state of health, well-being, and inner peace. Every thought, every emotion has the potential to either weaken or strengthen you. The choice is yours. Now that you have the tools and knowledge to utilize the power of your mind to support your body, it is up to you to consciously walk this path. Healing is not something that comes from the outside, it always starts on the inside.